welcome to Ghana Cooks Season 1. After an extensive search, the Ghana Cooks judges have selected the top 12 best home cooks in Ghana to battle it out to keep their aprons and places in the Ghana Cooks kitchen.
Making it to the final 12, I feel very excited. Maybe the excitement has died down over the few days, but I'm still excited.
I was amazed, I was astonished. In fact, it's all about God.
I'm so excited to be part of the final 12 because out of the lot, our dish stood out, but our dish was tasteful.
I was glad to be part of the final 12, and I expect to be part of the final 3 as well.
Many people came, not because they are not good, but I was chosen out of the many that came.
I felt very, very happy because though I expected to be part of it, I didn't know it was going to be that easy challenge.
When I got from home, I thought I'm coming to do a cooking competition. You know, at the end of the day, they say, okay, you pass, take this, take that, go home. Felt happy, I felt joyous.
I couldn't even express it because it was like, I didn't know what to say. I was so happy about it.
I felt amazed to be part of the final 12 because it was my best I brought up.
When they called my name out, I was like, really? Are you sure it's Deborah they are calling?
We prepared well, we prayed to God to help us, and by God's grace we are.
I have to thank Onga so much. Mommy's helping hand. Mommy, I say thank you.
Today, our 12 contestants will face their first major challenge. To win the competition and become the first Ghana Cooks champion, they have to overcome all challenges and survive all eliminations. And of course, these contestants will be guided by our judges who are culinary aces.
I'm Chef Gary Lane. I'm a South African and I live and work in Ghana for the last 9 years. I'm the executive chef of Labadi Beach Hotel in Accra. I have vast catering experience that spans over 35 years. And believe me, I have cooked for the best, including the inauguration of Nelson Mandela, Sam Nujoma of Namibia, as well as 3 Miss Worlds and 1 Miss Universe in various countries. Think of the best dish in your entire life, and I can assure you, I have tasted better.
My name is Chef John. I'm a Ghanaian-born chef, trained and worked in South Africa for over a decade. I'm the first and only African black chef to head the Golden Tulip Hotel Accra, and also Movenpick Ambassador Hotel. Coming home from experienced chefs, that's from my mom and dad, I have a lot of experience and passion under my belt. And then I've cooked for world-acclaimed personalities like World Pele, Nelson Mandela, Beyonce, Bill Jefferson Clinton, and many, many more. Believe you me, I know a thing or two about cooking and what it means eating good food.
Remember, Ghana Cooks is brought to you by Onga, Mama's Helping Hand, ileleyi.
Mommy, can I help? Can I also help? What is this?
It's Onga.
What does it do?
It's the key to delicious food.
Onga gives any dish such a great taste and unique flavor that every meal is a special treat.
Can I help?
Always when the food is ready.
Onga, Mama's helping hand. And now, introducing the 50-gram sachet, which gives you more.
Ghana Cooks is also supported by Labadi Beach Hotel, Quality Fest, and Koala Shopping Center. All right, so we're still touring the plush Labadi Beach Hotel with the Ghana Cooks contestants, and we're about to see some of the executive suites and the presidential suite.
This is the beginning of your journey into the League of Culinary Stars. Even though this may look like a regular kitchen to you, we have designed every aspect of this workshop to stretch your creativity and to train you to be at your best in the situation. You are about to compete in the biggest cooking competition in Ghana.
This is the search for the best cook in Ghana. One of you 12 contestants here today will become the first Ghana cook and will walk away with 10,000 Ghana cedi and over 5,000 worth of cooking appliances, and also a 3-month internship with Chef Gary in his kitchen. This will be a validation of one person's incredible journey from home cook becoming a great chef than any of us here.
So those of you who are going to get closer to the prizes, you need to work hard to keep your apron.
We care about one thing, and one thing is what we care about. That is to put what we love best in the plates.
So you're ready to go on to this amazing journey?
Yes.
We look forward to spending time with you and to helping you grow.
Today being my first time at Labadi Beach Hotel, I love the place. The place is very neat, the atmosphere is very serene.
In fact, when I got here, I just loved the place. I fell in love with the place. It's the neatest place to be.
I know it's a 5-star hotel, so when I entered it for the first time, it was so beautiful. And can you imagine, when I came in, the first person I met was Chef Gary.
Achieving my goal, like I said, I dreamt of being on a cooking competition, and I'm here right now.
You don't chew in the kitchen. You don't talk so much in the kitchen because your saliva is getting too much and you need to also concentrate on the job. Now when they come to us, you mostly see us wearing jackets, it's double-breasted, all right? It's because we always work with heat, and therefore we wear something that will prevent us from having effects from the heat.
I feel that today's workshop is going to help me a lot as an individual and also help us all as contestants in our industries and our daily life.
To have a chance to learn with people who have traveled the world, people who we call professionals, that we can say food gurus, it's just a big privilege for me, and I feel very privileged and very happy.
Next we're looking at is the chemical. You don't assume this is water. When actually it's a gasoline or some water, you just take it up and then wipe your table. Never run in the kitchen. And the simple reason is you might bump into someone carrying something hot, you might slip and fall in the kitchen, all right? No receiving of phone calls in the kitchen. The chef will decide. My number 2, use a cell phone, okay? He is responsible and everything that goes on is on his neck.
I expect that we're going to sharpen our skills. We're going to learn a few more things about cooking.
We are all here for training, and I believe at the end of this training, they are going to impart something in us.
When we were told this is going to be a show, it's going to run, I just told myself that I thought God has given me a chance to learn.
When you come in there, you can see some color-coded boards over here. You need to know what each of these boards stands for. Yellow is for poultry, that is fresh or raw. Green, fruit and veg. Red, raw meat. Blue, seafood. We have the brown that's solely or mostly used by the chef or executive chef, or the one at the pass. Normally we use to cut meat when we are serving a la carte, or when we want to cut any cooked meat, we use that one. Then we also have the white that we use for dairy products.
Most people always think the chopping board is only one chopping board in the culinary industry.
Every board meant a foodstuff that was supposed to be cut on it.
All my life of cooking, there was nothing like that.
Every chef in the kitchen must know, or the exec chef must know a bit about first aid, about fire service. So we have the fire blanket in the kitchen. I'm not a fire service personnel, but I know the first aid. That when there's an issue, but then you take it up, you open it, you throw it on the fire, and you run away. Can I take 1 or 2 questions if there are any, quickly?
Okay, my question is, I noticed that two of you are wearing the same kind of shoe, and I want to know why. Is it a practice in the kitchen?
This is mostly for the exec chefs or the senior chefs. All right. We're not in the kitchen always cooking. When we get to exec chef level, the chef can decide not to come to the kitchen. So you will cook, take some and send it to the person. So this is, every shoe you wear in the kitchen should be closed. That is the reason why we don't wear closed shoes.
Workshop is all about learning from the top notch. So coming for this workshop, I think it's going to be great.
Today's workshop is like a foundation. They are trying to build your foundation. So it is left for us to lay the blocks on which that foundation will stand.
I'm going to pick up something. I'm going to ask to see who knows what it is and who doesn't know. If you know, put up your hands. If you don't know, I will explain to you what it is. You should all know what this is. Star fruit. Does anybody know what this is?
Asparagus.
Asparagus. This is a salad. Does anybody know what this is? It's an oak lettuce, red oak. Do you know what this is?
Leek.
Leeks. When you're cooking your stocks, when you're cooking your stews, when you're cooking your food, it's very good to have leeks inside because it has a very beautiful flavor. Does anybody know what this beautiful?
Dill.
It's dill, yes. And a lot of people use it for garnish. Something else which gives a nice peppery flavor. What is this? Beautiful and peppery, rocket.
The vegetables, the spices, something that you always see on the markets that you would even call normally. I learned so many new things today and it's been fantastic for me.
I have learned about combining 2 or more products depending on how best you use it.
I'm expecting what I'm coming here to learn from the workshop to, help me with my journey of winning the competition.
You all know what is this? Chinese cabbage. And one of the other herbs we're doing today is spring onions. Some people call them chives. Spring onions. What do we use spring onions for? For garnish, for salads, for hot food, for anything, yeah? Orange. Here in Ghana we get the green orange. This is the orange. This is very good. You can use it in so many ways. The outside of the skin is very used in your food. This is Ghanaian, grown locally. What is that? It's a shushu, okay? It's also a very nice vegetable which is used in a lot of Ghanaian cuisine.
My expectation about today's workshop is to meet new chefs, to see what really goes behind the kitchen, what really goes on behind the restaurant. What we all know is the finished product on our tables.
Red cabbage. Is it easy to cook with? No, you can't. There is preparation with red cabbage. Red cabbage needs to be sliced thin, washed well, added with salt so that it draws out, yeah? The colorants and everything so that it can relax, because otherwise it can be bitter, and it's nice to cook with. And it's really, really nice. And you can have a red cabbage stew. It's nice in salad, in coleslaw. Yeah, in my hotel, we don't just do a normal coleslaw. We do equal quantities of red cabbage, green cabbage, and carrots to do our slaw. So it brings a little bit more creative and a little bit more colorful.
Most of the fruits and vegetables that he picked up, I've come across them, but the names, I really didn't know the names.
The red cabbage, when I saw it, it looked like a fruit, but I'd never actually even seen one before. For the others, I might have seen on TV or in magazines, but the red cabbage, for me, I've never seen it before.
So many vegetables, I've not even come across with it, but today I've learned one called shushu.
Does anybody know what this is? Cinnamon sticks. And there's just some of the sauces. This is sweet chili sauce, but you will have a whole lot of stuff and ingredients that you will have to work with. The reason why we're showing you these things is because when you garnish your plate, when you present your plate, it needs to be edible. Everything excepting the actual plate needs to be edible, and the knife and fork obviously, but all the food needs to be edible. When you're going to be cooking, you're going to be using something called a mystery basket, which means in the mystery basket we're going to give you 5 items. Those 5 items you will be judged on and you will be marked on. If you don't use those 5 items, you shall lose marks.
It has been real fun and real educative as well, being with Chef John and Chef Gary as well today.
If I said I was going to go home today, I think that I've taken a worth of knowledge already.
The mystery box is a bit scary because you don't know the kind of things that you are going to find in the box.
I want to find out if the pants that you wear, the fabric is also special or it's just any normal pants in the kitchen.
No, it depends. You don't want to wear clothes which is going to stick to you. Like you need to have like poly cotton or polyester cotton or a mix between the two. Most of my senior chefs all wear Egyptian cotton, as John said, but the other is a nice poly cotton mix, also because of the washing and the stains. Nylon is not a good thing to use.
Okay, Chef, I was told that we are supposed to have fun when we are cooking.
Yes.
Okay, so are we supposed to be singing and dancing in the kitchen while we are cooking also? Because it's part of fun.
If I catch you singing and dancing in my kitchen, I'll ask you to go to a discotheque. If you have the passion for what you're doing, that's having fun. If you don't have fun in the kitchen, don't do it.
Knowing my ingredients will help me more because bringing on board different ingredients, you might make something you don't know. And you can't say because I don't know it, I won't use it.
Presentation. We are serving food for tasting. I don't want to see heaps of pounded foods on a plate. That is not what we're going to be looking for. We're going to be looking for combinations. Your vegetables, your carbohydrates. Think out of the box. Spend your time looking at pictures.
So, the reactions are,
Yes, people are really loving it. So what do you think? It's the same reaction everywhere. It's official. The food revolution is here. Cooks and households everywhere are scrambling for Onga shrimp cubes.
Are you there?
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
Ghana Cooks is also supported by Labadi Beach Hotel, Quality Fest, and Koala Shopping Center.
Myself and Chef John are quickly going to put a dish together, yeah? So in the mystery basket, I've got, what is this? Plantain. And then I've got a piece of salmon. This is fresh Norwegian salmon. I've got some of this Onga spices here, which we will look at. So me and John are going to do a salmon dish. But what we add to the dish is going to be our own creativity, yeah?
Chef Gary is a professional cook. When he started, I was like, wow. You know, the way he was chopping, turning around the knives and all that. I was like, won't the knife cut him?
Yeah, when I entered the judge's kitchen, it felt like I had entered a kitchen in a movie.
Wow, in fact, their kitchen is a professional kitchen, a class kitchen. That's a kitchen everybody would dream to work in one day.
The way they displayed the things on the table was fantastic.
There was a time I wanted to go into fashion thing, but when I saw what they were wearing, I was like, wow. It's like you're in the military where all of you have to wear uniform, the captain.
The chefs were talking about cleaning your set area, and they really showed that when we went into the kitchen, they really cleaned.
And when they were chopping the onion, normally when I'm cooking, I love holding my onion this way and use the knife this way. I don't have anything like a board where you have to be cutting it. And I love the way he was doing his thing. He was cutting it so fast. I was like, oh my God, if this man should cut his hands today. But it was nice.
Thank you very much.
Alright, so it's Ghana Cooks, and you know, I consider myself a connoisseur of food, but after seeing what you just did, I know nothing at all. There's so much I've learned. But I want to know again the name of this very little food, because it was a very long name. I'm wondering how such little food has Such a long name. What is it called again?
Well, it's Norwegian salmon. So it's Norwegian salmon with a paprika, lemon and dill butter sauce and fresh green asparagus.
Wow.
There you go. There's the asparagus, there's the paprika sauce, and there's the salmon.
Compliment to the chef. I doff my heart. This is amazing. It actually melts on my tongue. Fantastic.
My name is Chef John, executive chef from Right to Dream. I don't know what I'm going to prepare, but I'm just going to my mystery basket. So I have some plantain here. I'm going to start working the plantain ASAP, and we'll create something out of it.
If a judge is judging me from such a kitchen, then it means I should take whatever it tells me to consideration. We have so many types of kitchen, but here is a different design. Their design is very perfect.
I'm pretty used to the kitchen environment because my mother's side of the family owned restaurants, so it was very normal.
When men are cooking like that, what about their wives in the house? They'll be free. So I wish I could cook like him.
When the chef was cooking, he mashed, I think, boiled plantain together, and the way he mixed the whole thing, and wow, I was watching.
Looking at Chef John, he really made it clear to us that yes, in Africa we can still use our indigenous ingredients to make something to look international.
So here's what we have.
Looking at what they just did, I realized, you know, I could just blend one or two things together to come up with my own dish.
I have learned one or two things from them, at least to take the bull by the horn. When you are giving something, you have to make something out of it as well.
There's more than one or two ways to cook plantain. You can mash the plantain and make a plantain cake out of it.
If I live my dream through this years down the line, I'll just pour stuff together and then something magical will come out.
Alright, so this is Ghana Cooks and it's brought to you by Onga, Mama's Helping Hand.
Mommy, can I help? Can I have your help? What is this?
It's Onga.
What does it do?
It's the key to delicious food.
Onga gives any dish such a great taste and unique flavor that every meal is a special treat.
Can I help?
Always when the food is ready.
Onga, Mama's Helping Hand. And now, introducing the 50-gram sachet, which gives you more.
Ghana Cooks is also supported by Labadi Beach Hotel, Quality Fest, and Koala Shopping Center.
Today has been a very great day for today's workshop, actually, with Chef John and Chef Gary. Today I learned about the chopping board. I never even knew that we could use 3 different chopping boards for work.
For me, I didn't know any significance of what they wore. I just thought that they should wear something to look like chefs. I didn't know that it was actually for scientific reasons, should say, to prevent heat from getting to them.
Entering into other kitchens, you realize it's being littered and most kitchens are very hot. But entering into this kitchen, you realize the atmosphere is calm, it's cold, you don't feel the heat that much because every kitchen is expected to be hot due to the fire.
Some of the things I remembered about hygiene and safety was that whenever you enter the kitchen, before you handle anything you want to cook, you have to wash your hands first.
I have not seen a chef real, but today being Labadi Beach Hotel has opened my mind to see how chefs, the fastness, how it turns and everything. I really didn't know some fruits, even though I like cooking. It's not everything that you know. That's why this workshop was important, to know other fruits, other vegetables, other ingredient that you can add up to your dish to make it very delicious and more presenting.
The vegetables and the fruits that were on display, most of them I've worked with them, but there's just a few vegetables I've never used before.
The 2 judges was given a mystery basket to prepare something from it. They were giving the same thing, and then surprisingly, two of them did two different things with one set of items, and then they all came out with different tastes, and they taste really good.
The tips that I picked up from Chef Gary's kitchen was the way he was able to manage the short time that he used in preparing the food that he did.
Doing cooking myself, but then I've realized that in everything we do, we have levels, because what Chef Odro and Chef Gary did today was something I've never imagined before.
Now you've received all that you need to make this incredible journey possible. All you need now is to bring out the passion, the love, and that hidden chef that is inside of everyone to make it real.
12 of you are sitting before us right now, but in the next 2 weeks, you will be sent home bit by bit. We wish you all the best of luck. Prepare yourselves for the journey ahead, and we will see you, not around the corner, but we'll see you with a cutting board in hand.
The contestants have now gone through intensive and thorough training with the judges. One thing is certain, they now have full comprehension of what the judges expect. Next week, the two contestants who failed to execute their first task to the satisfaction of the judges will drop their aprons and exit the competition. It's Ghana Cooks and it's brought to you by Onga, Mama's Helping Hand, Ileleyi. See you next week.